Trump right now in the poly markets is up by 26 points, 64 to 38, meaning that he's approximately a 2-to-1 favorite to win the election in terms of the odds that you would have to lay. And my friend who went to school with me in Santa Barbara told me that in his neighborhood, which is of course Santa Barbara, is pretty wealthy, there are many more Kamala Harris signs than Trump. This seems to be a trend around much of the nation. And I wanted to discuss why this might be the case. The simple fact is that the oh-so-tolerant leftists, those who want to embrace everybody and all about love and joy, are many-fold more likely to engage in vandalism against one's house or their car should they see a demonstrable sign, meaning Donald Trump, that you are against the cause, that you are in fact a bad person, that you are deserving of scorn. This is the we embrace everybody, the love and peace variety of the left. That's why many people don't disclose the fact that they're voting for DJT, that they like him, because there's blowback. But that's why even today, with Trump being a big favorite in the betting markets, it's going to be a landslide unless, of course, people are either so brainwashed in on the grift or they're going to be shenanigans that dramatically up the vote from the left. For example, I voted from overseas for the state of Nevada, and I did not have to submit one form of ID other than my social security number. This, of course, is available information for many hackers that can go into election rolls and see who hasn't voted in 20 years, who's still on those lists. This is also part of the reason, perhaps, that the DOJ is suing states for attempting to remove ineligible voters from their rolls. Now, despite this, there is an uptick online of people that are openly willing to state that they're voting for Trump. The reason for this is the damage that used to be done to those who stuck their head above the ground. They would attract those kind-hearted leftists and their attention, and they would get their head chopped off. They would be fired from jobs. They would be canceled publicly. How dare you support this evil war criminal, this evil man who hid documents from the Department of Justice while we attempted to impeach him under false pretenses, while we spread hoaxes about him, whether that be the fine people on both sides hoax, the drinking bleach hoax, the Shinzo Abe with the koi fish and overfeeding them. Everything that the left did was to unite those against DJT because they want their grift of extorting the public of their tax dollars and sending it where they want, whether that be overseas, to military contractors, to doctors who perform trans surgeries. By the way, if doctors performing trans surgeries are voting for Kamala, I completely understand why. You want your grift. You want to be able to continue to legally destroy children's lives. I get it. I truly do. But nevertheless, the fact that you have people like Elon Musk, Tulsi Gabbard, Vivek Ramaswamy, Brett Weinstein, and a plethora of other people that have risen above the ground and have stood strong enables more and more people to not bear the cost of stepping forward because they are taking the licks for them. And the more people that step up and say, we are supporting Donald Trump, you will see that groundswell when all the groundhogs emerge and state, yes, we too are brave in the light, and we stand before you kind leftists with your size, your swords, your machine guns, and we are voting for America. We are voting against the butchery of children, against sending our money overseas to fund wars that we helped precipitate. We want peace throughout the world, and we will stand up against your fake compassion and the narrative and the hypnosis brainwashing machine of the corporate media, and we will vote for a man that actually wants the best for America and our residents. Is Donald Trump perfect? No. But this is the reason that I just gave, not Donald Trump not being perfect, that there are fewer Trump signs than Kamala Harris signs. Because people on the right value the rule of law and aren't going to go out and assault you or destroy your car or vandalize your house based on who you're voting for. We might look down upon you. We might think that you're hoodwinked. We might have some actual compassion for you, knowing that you've been brainwashed, but we're not going to physically assault you. On the other hand, you have the George Floyd riots, the Summer of Love, where anybody that was against them had their businesses burned to the ground. By design, the color revolution. And that's why, by the way, I hope that Donald Trump wins the popular vote, because that will give him the bullhorn that he needs to express that America is behind him, and not just the Electoral College, which the Democrats are always pointing to. So let's make it a Trump landslide. Please go out there and vote. Go out there like your country depends on it, like your freedoms depend on it, because Kamala Harris wants to take away your freedom of speech. Please vote for Donald Trump. Never mind the fact that people don't have Trump signs out and that you see many more Kamala signs in many areas. This is a mirage based on the fact that the left are doing all they can to keep the Trump phenomenon submerged, but it is breaking forth with rapidity, with great force, like a gushing geyser. And let's bury the leftists, and let's make them eat their words, and then let's see how they like to have nobody is above the law thrown at them for those, for example, 51 former intelligence officers, specifically these people who signed on to the Hunter Biden laptop being a Russian hoax. Let's see whether or not they are in fact within the confines of the law.